is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, good evening. It's Friday night. And it's 9 p.m. here in the Pacific. So if you're watching us in California, magandang gabi, good evening to everybody. If you're watching us in different parts of the world, if you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And if you're watching us in the Philippines, magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. Oh, actually, it's hapon. It's 1 p.m. already. So, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. And as always, I wish you had a wonderful lunch with your friends, family, loved ones, and significant others. At hello and happy viewing to our Team Replay and Team Share. And yes, I am back. I've been gone for a while, been traveling, and I'll share that with you uh, in succeeding shows. And I think if you happen to be a friend of mine in Facebook and also in Instagram, you would kind of know where I've been going. So maraming kwento, maraming tips, especially if you're traveling during the summer and the succeeding months this year. So many tips if you're going to Northern Europe or Europe. And there's a lot of tips I will give you because there's so much learnings I was able to accumulate during this trip. But I'm so glad to be back at maraming salamat po for those people who supported the show or the shows rather. Grabe, I am so overwhelmed with so much appreciation and gratitude. Talagang kahit replay po ay pinapanood niyo at sinishare niyo yung show. Maraming salamat po for that. Now, ang first owner natin ay si Emma Consul, a good friend of mine from Carson, California. Hello and happy viewing sa iyo, Emma Consul. I understand you're back also here in Los Angeles. I think you were traveling as well. Nonetheless, maraming salamat po for tuning in. So, happy viewing again to everybody. Naku, maganda yung topic natin. Ito yung naudlot. This was naudlot na topic natin because I've been traveling since last year, as you would know. But before anything else, if you we are live on different podcasts, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Also, we are live on PHLB Radio Facebook page and simultaneously airing live on PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So by now, hopefully, you guys are all part of the PHLB PHLB Radio YouTube channel family. So all you have to do is click share, like, share, and subscribe. Para you will always be notified every time we're on. You just click on that notification bell. We're also live on Amazon Fire TV, as well as if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB Radio channel. And if you're using Alexa, just say Alexa, play PHLB Radio. Grabe, I'm nabubulol because it's been a while since I was able to talk to you live. So yan, nako. At yung mga tao kalaya replay. So sabi ko talaga doon sa announcement, it's a brand new show. So anyways, I'm back. I'm back for in the home base. So I'm glad to be back. So medyo a little woozy pa rin because I think of the jet lag of traveling all over the place. And nonetheless, I'm back. So magandang pagsasama uli natin ito. Now, last year, I was able to go around the Bicol or Bicolandia region. And the thing is, I was invited by a good friend here in Los Angeles to see a business that he had opened in tobacco. And because of that, tinuhog ko na rin. So there's a lot of things that I was able to do in Bicol, in the Bicol region. And those people who will be traveling to Bicol, nako, it is so interesting. Ang ganda-ganda talaga ng kanilang airport. It is very first class, and of course, either you could go to Bicol by doing so many in different ways or in different modes of transportation. You could, of course, drive privately using your own car, or you could take the bus. There's a Victory liner that goes straight. To my understanding, it's 12 hours, and it's like it depends whether you want to travel by if you're traveling by land, it's either the air conditioned bus or the economy. The difference is like 400 pesos kasi parang I was told the air condition is between 1,200 to 1,400, and it's direct from Manila or Cubao to Bicol. And all, if you don't want the air condition because you're trying to save a little money, then it's like between 800 to 1200 pesos, and that's readily available, and they have that every single day daily. Also, you could travel, of course, with your own vehicle, with your own car, and of course that takes some time. Now, the easiest way and quickest way, which I did, and it was like a 45-minute flight. You could either take Philippine Airlines, which is the national carrier, and or you could take Cebu Pacific or AirAsia, and it all goes now to Daraga. In the past, and I would assume those people who were traveling in the past to Legazpi, the flight will be Manila to Legazpi, and then now it's not Legazpi anymore. It's still, although it's part of Legazpi, but it's a Daraga area. There's this new beautiful international Daraga International Airport that you would be flying into, and of course flying out of, going back to and and this is my first tip for today. If you're taking a flight, whether it is a urban legend or a tip, but for some reason it works. You have to buy your ticket at least 7 days, or to be more economical and efficient, buy it po mga 14 days prior to your trip. And if you take the red eye or the earliest flight, it's a lot cheaper that way. And if you could plan your trip or you travel ahead of time, mas mura po. I was able to get the ticket for $50 round trip, and through Cebu Pacific. Now, if you ask me, among those three airlines, which is the most inexpensive, it's between Cebu Pacific and AirAsia. With AirAsia, Joe, you just need to be careful because they kind of charge for a lot of things, but it's I consider it like Southwest, that it's so efficient and cost effective. Pero ako kasi, wow, I rather fly with Cebu Pacific, and it's not sponsored or anything, because they're more efficient. At least my experience with them, and everything is prepaid. Like your baggage can be prepared. You're allowed like 20 kilos for a certain fee, like I think 400 pesos or 600 pesos during my flight. And of course, that allows you to have a check-in luggage. Basta the total will be 20 kilos or almost 40 pounds. And that's per trip. Now, my experience also with Philippine Airlines, it's kind of pricey. For some reason, I don't have the explanation, but it's kind of pricey if you fly with Philippine Airlines. So if you ask me what is my preference airline when I travel domestically in the Philippines, it's either Cebu Pacific or AirAsia. Now, happy viewing. Aba, si Katrina Poblete sa Loom. Hi, Katrina. I think I'll be interviewing or doing an interview part 2 with Ayana Poblete. Just to let you guys know, I met finally in person si Ayana Poblete, who is producing this wonderful a play called the Flood, and you'll hear more about it. We're supposed to guest her this week, but the materials didn't come earlier for us to do a poster for that. But definitely we'll have her interview hopefully next week. Hopefully everything work out with her schedule and everything, definitely. But I finally got to meet her in person. We had coffee and we had breakfast together in London, and very fine lady, very focused and very into what she's doing, and we need to support people like her, and her company, aka Theater Group, because in their own little way, they're raising the Philippine flag and giving honor to the country Philippines, and it showcased the talent of the Filipino people as a culture. Talagang nakakabilib si Ayana is one of the representative, and of course I met some of the nurses there, si Jomar, Tamala, as well as yung mga friends natin dyan sa London. I had the best time. I was able to see some Broadway musical, yung Oliver, as well as Benjamin Button. And I'll talk more about that when the time comes, when I have the video to show you. Sabi ni Katrina Pableta Salom, hello Kuya Josh, hope you are doing well. I am so doing well. I'm kind of woozy, but it's been a long trip. But like what I said, may pinagmanahan yata talaga si Ayana, and that's kudos to you, Katrina. So anyways, our topic for today, it's a travel tips, especially if you're in Manila, or if you're Filipinos abroad who will be going to Manila. Nako, yung airport po natin ay nag-improve na. I think yung mga narinig natin o nababasa natin na mga news, na mga mga kapangitan ng airport, there's room for improvement, of course, but to my understanding too is the San Miguel Group was able to get the contract to oversee now everything about the NAIA, terminals 1, 2, and 3. So magkakaroon po ng maraming improvement. But before we do that, just to let you guys know, Filipinos abroad, Manila International Film Festival will be pushing through starting this Tuesday, which is March 4, and it will end March 7. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 will be the gala dinner reception at the Beverly Hilton. Now, for if you want to avail of the tickets, it will start all the films na kinover natin in past shows po will all be shown, plus there's additional shows or additional movies that will be shown. We'll try to capture that tomorrow in my other shows. But for now, just to let you know, Manila International Film Festival na na-postpone from January will start or will commence, and will have the festival starting March 4, and it will end March 7, and it will all be at the Man Chinese Theater. So and just look at their website. Tickets are still on sale, at marami pong gustong makapanood, especially if you want to see the best of the best. It's a celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Metro Manila Film Festival. At ang maganda po nun, all these films, that the films who competed during the Metro Manila Film Festival will be will be showcased during the Manila International Film Festival. Plus, there's other films that will be playing as well. Yan, sabi pa ni si Rosana Miller Barrera. Hello, Rosana. Happy viewing sa'yo, special to our team Doha, Qatar. Nako, happy viewing sa'yo. Hopefully this year I could come visit you finally. It's on the schedule this year, Rosana. So handa kayo dyan. Susugod si Jush Andowitt, si Kuya Josh dyan. And hopefully I could do shows there as well. So si Rosana is of course a dentist by profession, but now she is a academe when it comes to the dental profession in Doha, Qatar. So si Alvin San Buenaventura, Puerto Rico is watching as well. Happy viewing sa iyo, Alvin. It's been a while since I got to see you. Alvin is part of the wonderful team ng Trinity College dyan sa Quezon City. So happy viewing sa iyo. So anyways, ang topic natin today na naudlot before because for some technical difficulty, this is the trip that I took during the Bicol the Bicol travel I did while I was in Manila late last year. So I will show you the improvement that they did for Terminal 3. Now, yung mga airports mo ngayon, there's Terminal 1, 2, and 3, and now there's one, well, and we'll give you that highlight in succeeding shows na may mga dedication na po yan. Like Philippine Airlines will be dedicated to the one terminal and the rest of the international terminal to another terminal, and the domestic will be in another terminal. And I think if you follow me on Facebook, you would know the designation that I think is forthcoming. Now, a lot of improvements are being done on the airport. So there's a lot of construction being done in the iya. So yan ang mga interesting things that's happening. Now, what we're gonna show you is my experience with the iya 3. So this is the early morning na when I took off with a friend of mine that we on our way to Bicol to Legazpi, and this we're showing you now as you see on the screen. Ang ganda po talaga ng airport ngayon. Hindi na tayo mahihiya, and I think this is a beginning of something beautiful, something efficient and cost effective. So may mga ano po improvement that needs to be done, but at least it's very very organized. Merong hindi ka mawawala kasi a lot of people, there's some designated area, the informational desks are there, and there's a lot of people, airport personnel who would able to help you, especially yung mga hindi familiar in traveling, who are not very keen in traveling by air. So as you enter, ito po yung loob mismo. So you could tell na there's still a lot of areas that will be open for stores and for restaurants. So people could avail of that. So as you could tell, and by the way, happy viewing sa aking videographer, si Alexander Francisco, for doing such a good job in capturing all this. Because we really want, and my instruction for him is to capture the essence of the whole place as if you're traveling with us that very moment, that very day. And this was taken like 7 o'clock in the morning. So as you could tell, busy na talaga, and all the stores are open, yung mga stores na available po. And it's really really a sight to see na very organized naman. I just wish that there'll be more chairs, more stools that people can sit on, kasi talagang parang unahan talaga. It's not as accommodating, at least not at this point in time. Cleanliness wise, wala talagang wala ako masasabi. It's very very clean. People, the custodians were there constantly cleaning the tiles and the floor. So wala pong kalat na the past na ma-expect natin o makikita natin in some airports. But this one, other than yung chairs talaga are being occupied, and one of the things that I noticed, which I think I hope I don't crucify me, but please lang, if you're a traveler, don't let your bag occupy one of the seats beside you. Those seats are for people to sit on. Hindi po yun para sa mga luggage or mga bags nyo. That's one thing na na-notice ko na parang it's I don't know, it's really, I don't know if it's cultural or anything, pero may tendency po yung mga travelers na yung mga bag nila nilalagay nila rin sa upuan, and that can hinder the other passengers to be able to sit on those chairs. As you could tell, walang maupuan yung ibang mga tao. So what they do is they sit on the floor. Now, if you look naman on the chairs they are dedicated for the passengers, yung mga bag naman nila ang nakalagay doon, mga maleta nila, and so hopefully a little consideration and maybe siguro a little discipline na rin for our travelers, na let be conscientious naman. How would you feel if you're the one who's in need of a seat and you cannot sit down because the other passenger using the other chairs or the other seats to put their luggage. Ang sabi nga nung isang babae na medyo nataray na parang huwag nyo ilagay yung hindi naman mga mamahalin yung mga maleta o mga bag nyo para ilagay nyo sa mga upuan. So let's just be considerate and hopefully you would understand those seats are for people to sit on. Hindi po yun para lagay ang mga luggage. Yan. So hopefully hindi naman masyadong preachy. So yan, makita nyo on the right side, there's still spaces for stores na that because it's newly refurbished at makita nyo po talaga they're doing the best they could. I guess management is trying to do the best they could to keep this NAIA 3 as efficient as possible and makita nyo naman talaga yung improvement. I've been traveling uh, in and out of the Philippines as well as in and out of Manila at talagang I personally would tell you there's so much improvement in the NAIA 3 airport. I am not gonna touch NAIA 1 or NAIA 2. I'll reserve that for succeeding shows. But for now, I'll just concentrate muna on the NAIA 3, which is the domestic airport going in or arriving into and flying out of. As far as the restaurants, excuse me, I would say medyo limited pa rin po ang mga restaurants. There's we my suggestion is to have more kasi especially travelers who are leaving Manila or flying out of Manila early morning. Most of these travelers including myself, we were hoping that we could get a hot meal. Other than there's and the prices, by the way, it's not that inexpensive. It's kind of pricey, but and of course in Manila you could avail of the senior discount if you have that, and that's 20%. So we'll talk about that also in future shows. So as you could tell, people are patiently waiting. Now, what I noticed too is yung pong mga planes are balikan. There are turnaround planes because maybe because of the way it's done or the way business is done in the Philippines. So a lot of delays are caused by it's like a domino effect on flights, meaning yung like us, we're flying to Daragar, we're flying to Bicol, we're waiting for the plane who took off earlier to fly back from Bicol, from Manila to Bicol, then they will take the passenger from Bicol back to Manila and the same plane turn around. That's why they call it the turnaround plane, meaning balik-balikan lang siya, going from one point A to point B, then point B to point A again. So it's a turnaround. So pag na-delay, now it make more sense. Pag na-delay yung flight, for example, yung like us, we were waiting. Luckily for us, hindi na-delay yung flight. Pero the plane we took on the way to Bicol was the plane that was the plane that took off earlier, like 2 hours earlier than our flight, and that's a turnaround plane. So imagine kung na-delay siya sa Bicol, na magdo-domino effect na siya. Ibig sabihin, na-delay sa Bicol, madidelay yung pagbalik sa Manila, madidelay yung flight namin. So that's how it's done. And now, as far as the PA system or public announcement system, it's very, very clear. And it's always advisable if you're flying domestically, at least be at the airport 3 hours prior to your flight. I know some of you are saying, "Oh, naman," but the lines are really, really busy, and if you they're trying to be contactless, meaning parang ang ano na yung parang high tech na, but because not a lot of our people or the Filipinos are familiar with that, sanay pa rin tayo sa mano-mano. So pag medyo hirap, especially our elders na hindi talaga keen when it comes to technology, they're having difficulty in following. So medyo doon nagkakaroon ng queuing. But once you get in and you pass that queue, when you're able to check in your luggage or your bags, so that will be easier, and then you pass to the checkpoint, and then now you're inside, which you're seeing right now. It's like what I said, it's high tech naman. It's not compared to other places that if you've been traveling to other parts of Asia, I would say it's not the best, but it's not the worst. but there's order. At least what I've seen, and what I've served. There's order naman, and the restaurants are not bad. There's Cinnabon, and there's the high end naman. Meron din, wala lang po yung mga high end coffee places. There's like regular coffees, and but it's good enough. At least that would help you at least to have some meal prior to your flight. Now, I suggest also, if you are one of those that lagi kayong gutom when you travel, you could always avail of the pre-order meal using the airlines. You could do that as well. See yan, may mga announcement po. So the PA announcement is constantly being done.
3, 2, 1. Now for the
So what they do
here
is
independent
they
list.
post the
Easy
flights
parts.
on where you're going and what
One
gates
for
you're
delay
going. So
assignment.
nothing, no need para po
Continue.
magtakbo-takbo or
Relaxation
anything, because they give you ample
gets
time
on
from
Cebu
one
City
end to
Port
another. It's a
Authority.
long
3, 2,
way,
1.
but if you are
Information
there
Cebu
early, a lot of
1,
times
3, 2. And
people
standby.
who are
Clear time for
complaining
Manila
online or
descent.
on social media because they were not able to fly. A lot of times po, the real story is because they came late. As you know, with the traffic, especially when you travel from one point of the of Metro Manila to Naiya, you really have to give ample time because the traffic, you have to at least put 2 hours of travel time from point A, from where you're coming from, to Naiya because of the traffic, especially even early morning rush hours. So ang advice ko, if you want not to encounter any traffic, is to take a flight that is a red eye, either very late, very late at night, or very early morning, like yung mga 4 5 o'clock flight. Yun po, walang traffic dahil wala naman masyadong commuters na pumupunta sa NAIA. Pero pag ang flight nyo ay 7 8 or 9, better make sure that you leave your home at least 4 hours prior to your flight, because that gives you 2 hours of travel time from your home to NAIA, just in case you encounter traffic. Because regardless whether you use EDSA or you use C5 or use a side street, you will encounter traffic. Especially, it's a part of being in the Philippines. I think it's something that you need to accept, and that's the reality of it, para hindi kayo ma-stress. Now, like what I said, if you are there early at the airport, there's restaurants and there's other things you could do, and there's shopping outlets too that you could buy your pasalubong if you want to take advantage of that. So may mga bagay naman pwede pa rin gawin while you're there, and on both sides, the restaurants on both sides. So maganda po. Happy viewing to Hilda, who's watching us also. Ano pa ba? Okay, I think now you're seeing the how beautiful this Naiya 3 airport is. Ayan, makita nyo talaga. So, the counter naman is very clean. You could tell because it was really, we try to capture as much as possible of the airport. And there's carts available for free while you're inside, and you just need to avail of that. Hindi po masyadong marami yung mga carts compared to other airports, but this is good enough. So if you have other things that you need help in carrying them, there are carts available for you to, and it's free. Now, I also suggest travel light, so you don't have to drag all your luggages, especially yung mga ayaw nag-check in. There's protocol po, and I always suggest travel light if you can, because if you have luggage, it makes it difficult for you to carry from one terminal to another. So if you could travel light, or if you could check in all your luggage, it will be so easy for you to walk to your gate. Yan. Sabi, si Adele. Adele, how are you? Adele says, good morning, good afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi, Adele. Are you in Long Beach today, or are you in Las Vegas? Not sure, because Adele is one of our supporters of shows, not only my shows, but also shows of PHLB Radio. Yan, makita nyo. Di ba, very organized, nakaka-proud, at walang agawan ng silya. Yun nga lang, like what I said earlier, habit po yata nating mga Pinoy na yung mga luggage natin ay pinapaupo natin sa mga upuan. So hopefully, it will be eye-opener for Filipinos abroad. Let's be conscientious, and especially yung mga travelers natin. Those chairs, like what I said, those chairs are for people to sit on, hindi po para ilagay ang inyong mga luggage. Okay? Or yung mga bags nyo. Yeah, sabi ni Adele, Las Vegas next month pa. Yan, sabi ni Atas. Hello si Adele. Yeah. So Adele, magusto mo yung show today kasi if you're traveling, especially for the Holy Week, which will happen next month now for our brothers and sisters sa Catholic, sa Christian world, Holy Week is next week starting March 5th, yung Ash Wednesday, and it will go up to April 28th for Easter Sunday. So yan, ako. So marami na namang magta-travel especially for the Holy Week. Yan, so ano yan. So yan naman, no, makita nyo naman talaga, and videos would not lie na ayan, people naman are very organized. Ayan, yan, nakita nyo sa right side nyo, yung Cinnabon, talagang pinipilahan siya kasi nga, yun nga lang, medyo matamis, and of course, yeah, there's some vacant seats kasi nga yung iba nakaalis na, pero a lot of times talaga you could tell na nilalagay pa rin nating mga Pinoy yung mga luggages natin o mga bag natin sa mga silya, which you should not be. Yan. At just in case, like what I did, kapag yung mga bag po ay nakalagay sa silya, I normally would tell the person na if it's okay, I ask politely na the bags are really not for them to be placed on the seats. But then ano naman, yeah, there's Siomai King there, and there's restaurants naman na they serve hot meal. So okay lang. So medyo they accept all major credit cards, American Express, Visa, Mastercard, and also cash and GCash as well. Yan, so yan, makita nyo. Yan, so people are waiting for yun nga lang. By the way, yung gates po, medyo nagiging issue yung gates na yan dahil minsan yung gates are not announced because like what I said, the planes are turned around planes. So a lot of time, most of the time, the gates will be announced like 30 minutes before your flight. So you just have to watch the screen. The screen naman, the LCD screen, or LED screen are all over the place. So yun nga lang, medyo hirap pag hindi masyadong bihasa, or if the traveler is not savvy traveler, medyo maliligaw o medyo mako-confused. Pero if you're used to traveling by air, then this will be a breeze for you. This will be a walk in the park. Kasi they try to keep it very organized anyways. And of course, yeah, there's vending machines. And then if I didn't take advantage, or I didn't take a video of the restroom. It's very, very clean. Wala lang ang bidet. So just for those people who are asking me kung may bidet ba yung mga restroom, wala po. So you bring your own tissue paper just in case you need to use one. So, and then of course, yeah, so yeah, yung mga stores yan, there's Mac. Hindi naman napapahuli compared to other domestic airports. Of course, let's keep in mind, it is still work in progress. Okay, it is still, the EA3 is still work in progress. So let's not be too critical and too masyado tayong maraming hinihingi at marami tayong comments for now. Yan. Yun yung NAIA 3. Now, one of the thing too, then of course, from NAIA 3, we flew into Daraga. Like what I said, it's not in Legazpi Airport anymore, which used to be Legazpi Airport. Now they have this beautiful, wonderful airport now. It is up. It's really, I would say, state of the art. talagang international airport talaga in Daraga. I don't think I was able to take a advantage of the video, but anyway, we flew in from Manila to Daraga International Airport, and that is like a next town to Legazpi. And of course, so we stayed in Legazpi. We stayed in Tabaco, the university of a good friend of mine from Carson. And from there, of course, if you are in Bicol and on the Bicol region, you should not miss Mayon Volcano. Mayon Volcano, of course, is it's the well known because of the perfect cone. They said it's the most perfect cone volcano in the world. Now, ang one thing po, maganda yung legend ng Mayon Volcano on how and there's three version of it. Of course, you could read about it sa social media, but I'll kind of give you it's a story, and I think we could show you Mayon Volcano. And one of the thing too that took place is nung pumunta kami ng Mayon Volcano, oh my God, it was raining so hard, and you'll see that on the video. Going there was really ayan, ako, it was really, and kudos to a friend of mine, si Tony Bordeos, who patiently traveled through the rain, and it was for some reason talaga, and yan, talagang ang ulan, ang lalaki ng patak ng ulan, and and luckily the roads are paved naman. So thank you for DWP, the Department of Public Works and Highway. It was not bad traveling. It was just a bad day to travel that particular day that we went. Because this was part of the coverage that I did for all the churches in Bicol, and what we did is we went a different route to go to Daraga Church, but I will not show you that the church itself, but the consultation will be on Mayon Volcano. Now, Mayon Volcano, yan, yung Daraga Church, yan, meron palang kaunting snippets dyan. Yan. It's beautiful, and we'll have a full coverage of the 8 different historical churches, mga 16th and 17th century churches in the Bicol region. At these are some of them are UNESCO. Now, since we arrived, yung Mayon Volcano, it has been hiding kasi it's well known daw po, and the legend says nagpapakita lang daw ang Mayon Volcano sa mga with the pure heart. And since we were there for a week, to be honest, every single day wala talagang makitang Mayon. It's either hazy or snowy or nakakover siya ng ulap, ng clouds. But this particular day, ayan, nagpakita siya. And this was really an opportunity and a blessing for all of us. Excuse me. I'm nursing a cold from my trip to Europe. Anyways, yan po, it is so beautiful. It is really majestic, if I may say myself. Talaga napakaganda po ng Mayon Volcano, and that is, we were so blessed and was a privilege to see in its glory ang ganda ng Mayon. Ayan, makita nyo talaga. And of course, you could go if there's a good day or a good time to visit, maybe siguro summer, so you could go you could do hiking to Mayon. But when we went there, kasi the weather was really kind of cold and it was raining, so we didn't bother to go. Si Feli Alfien, hello Feli, from watching us from Seattle, Washington. Si Feli po ang owner ng Pinoy Peanuts, Pinoy Mani. Yan, Maning Pinoy, yan. Sa happy viewing sa iyo, Feli. Tapos si Ronella Dietras, Ronella Fuerte Dietras, happy viewing sa iyo. Ronella, I saw your text. Definitely, thank you for your recommendation. I will reach out to those artists so we could guest them. Now, what is the legend ng Mayon Volcano? Ito na yung legend. There are 3 versions of them, and this is about Daraga Magayon, or the beautiful lady or beautiful maiden. Now, these are the cross lovers, si Ulap at si Daraga. So, yung version na ikukwento ko sa inyo is because there's this Rawis kingdom of Rawis na supposedly they will only allow people, they don't allow outsider to marry people from their kingdom. And this was of course the legend now. And then of course this beautiful maiden Daraga Magayon, she has this habit of bathing dun sa lake. And then of course one of the outsiders, si Ulap, Ulap is from Laguna, at nakita niya and by accident nakita niya yung paliligo sa batis nitong si Daraga Magayon. So at he fell in love kasi ang ganda-ganda nga ng girl, because of the beautiful girl. Tapos medyo na trip kasi natakot nung nakita niya si Ulap watching her, na talisod siya, and luckily nando si Ulap to save her, so hindi siya nalunod. Now because of that, one thing led to another and they fell in love. So now because Ulap is from Laguna, then Ulap went to Laguna to get the relatives para mamanhikan. So however, nalaman ito ng isang suitor na kababayan nitong si Magayon, si Daraga Magayon, at siya ay not happy about it kasi he was rejected. And then because of that rejection, kinidnap niya yung tatay ni Daraga Magayon, at as a ransom will be si Daraga Magayon, parang in exchange of the father of Daraga Magayon, kailangan siya ay pakasal dito sa kanyang kababayan, which because of the love of the father of Daraga Magayon, pumayag siya. But during the wedding, dumating si Ulap at nagkagulo, and of course there will nag-away-away sila, and of course natalo yung kidnapper na kababayan nila Daraga Magayon. However, merong napatay, merong out of nowhere, merong arrow na habang magkayakap si Daraga Magayon at si Ulap, na napana, and both of them died. At because of that incident, it was a decision of the father of Daraga Magayon to bury them. Ang sinasabi nila, from that grave doon naging hill, at doon naging volcano. Doon na nakita nga itong si Daraga Magayon. Nga yung Daraga Magayon naging Mayon. Okay, so Daraga Magayon means beautiful maiden, pero naging ano nga. Yan. Yun ang legend. There's 3 versions of them. I'm just giving you one version. The 2 other versions, nako, mas magandang i-research yun. Kasi isa naman, maganda rin yung kwento. But at the end of the day, it's about Daraga Magayon. It's a Daraga means beautiful maiden if you're a Bicolano. And hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. So yung mga Bicolano dyan, please do correct me. And sabi ni Feli Alfien, sabi niya, good evening, Kuya Jush Andowitt. Hi. Sabi ni Adele Ordar, wow. Okay. Now, one of the things too na dapat yung makita aside from Mayon Volcano, which is the famous perfect cone na sa Bicol, di ba? Parang yun ang kanilang, kumbaga sa Manila, merong Rizal Park, tapos kung sa Japan naman, Mount Fuji. Yung Mayon Volcano is still active, by the way. It's still active, and yung last na pumutok siya was February of 2024, last year lang. Okay, it's an active volcano. Of course, like what I said, it's in the city of Legazpi. It became a joke na sinabi nga na nasa Naga daw ang Mayon Volcano. No, nasa Legazpi po siya. Okay, and it's called the world's most perfect volcanic cone because of the symmetry of its shape. So pag nakita nyo talaga, mamamangha kayo. Now, one of the thing too na makikita nyo, which a lot of the old folks na encounter ko sa Bicol, every time na makikita nyo siya, pag hindi nagpapakita, sabi nila mahiyain daw si Mayon Volcano. Pero lagi siyang may ulap na parang salakot. And the legend says, yun daw ay si Ulap covering or protecting si Mayon, si Daraga Magayon. So, ang ganda nung kwento. It's really one of those that talagang Sabi nga, it was such a love story to begin with. At parang sabi nga, Mayon, like what I said earlier, Mayon Volcano will only show itself if you have the purest of heart. So, ang joke nga namin among yung group namin, maybe we have the purest of heart kasi for that particular moment in time, we were able to see yung talagang Mayon at its finest, Mayon at its glory, and its perfect cone. Yan. Si Edita Ocampo is watching as well. Sabi ni Katrina Poblete Salom, nako, hope to see that perfect cone someday. Yeah, super ganda. Talagang it's so surreal. Yan. Makita mo, ang ganda talaga. I wish I could go closer. Kailang ang pangit ng panahon eh. So hindi ako nag-RTV yan. Dapat that's my plan. So maybe when I go back. So talagang I have never seen, sabi nga nila, a lot better than Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji na may snow. Ito, pero 'di ba? Ang ganda oh. If you look at it, ang ganda-ganda niya. Ayan, sabi ni Dina De, nasa ALBAY ang Mount Mayon Volcano. Yeah, tama. Kasi naging joke yan dati. Dina sabi nasa Naga daw. Yeah, so tama. Okay, sabi ni Edita Ocampo, good afternoon, Kuya Josh, watching from Tarlac City. Ay, alam mo, sorry hindi ako nakapunta na. I went to Manawag while I was there and I passed through Tarlac. Pero kinulang ng time, but I promise you when I go back this year, I'll hook up with you, Edita, and finally got to see you face to face. Yan. Uh, so happy viewing sa'yo. Napakaganda talaga sabi ni Dina De. And I would assume si Dina was able to see Mayon. And it's one of those that talaga you really have to see it for yourself. Iba talaga. At iba talaga yung ganda. Ganda. Super. Kaya pala, sabi ni Dina De, tagad yan ako. Yan. So, I go to Bicol for three things. One, to see the perfect cone of Mayon, aside from visiting my aunt, who happens to be in Legazpi. And then, of course, and it's by the Redemptionist Church. And of course, for the authentic laing at yung Bicol Express. Now, the Filipinos abroad and Filipinos in Manila, iba po talaga yung Bicol laing and Bicol Express. If you notice, yung Bicol Express na what we know, yung mga Tagalog nating Bicol Express, ang Bicol Express po sa Bicol talaga ay made of sili. Pero yung sili niya, yung green sili, hindi siya maanghang. For some reason, ang sarap niya talaga. Pero yung hindi siya masyadong maraming baboy, unlike yung alam nating niluluto na tinitinda or it's being sold sa mga restaurants in Manila. Pag sinabing Bicol Express, it's more like on the pork side, tapos kaunting sili lang. But if you tasted the authentic Bicol Express, mas marami siyang sili at hindi siya spicy compared na what we expect from sili. Yan, sabi ni I can make you one when I come sa Vegas. Ay, Dina, taga Los Angeles po ako. Si Dina sa taga LA po ako. PHLV po ang Vegas. So, I don't know where you are, Dina. Hopefully you are somewhere. Please let me know so I could give you a good shout out and happy viewing sa'yo. Yeah, sabi niya, sabi ni Edita Ocampo, it's all right, you are so busy. Pero I will always make time. Sabi niya, we're going back to Naga, visit again Naga Cathedral, then to Albay. Yeah, you should go. If you go to Naga, go to, of course, ang ating mahal na ano yun? Uh, Help me na ako. Kailangan maraming bagoong, correct. So yun na, tsaka yung pangat. Ako, yung pangat dyan, unbelievable talaga. Talagang parang I added 5 pounds. Yung pangat nila is either shrimp yung nasa loob o yung small crabs. Ang sarap, grabe. At basta, it's a different food trip pag nagpunta ka ng Bicol region. Yan. So, aside from the food, when you go to Bicol, kasi talagang iba talaga ang mga taga Bicol, especially their food at yung kanilang hospitality is it's incomparable to all the other people that I have encountered. Talagang they are wonderful. I think everywhere in the Philippines naman, they are like very hospitable. And one of the one of the things too na dapat, sabi ni Dina, masarap ako magluto. I could imagine if you are from Bicol. Normally, they said mga Bicolana, Bicolano, they are the best cook para sila mga tiga Pampanga. Yun ang mga well-known. So I will hold you to that, Dina. Okay. So hopefully one of these days we got to see each other in person. Now, one of the other thing too that i-cover natin dito, yung famous, very, very famous na Cagsawa ruins. And since, yan, ang video natin. Nakikater din daw si Dina. Sige, Dina, usap tayo. Siguro para ma-guess din kita para ma-promote natin ang iyong business, yung catering. Kasi especially holidays na naman, few more weeks, few more months, there's a lot of things. Sabi niya, I can cook kahit ano. Sige. Where are you based, Dina? Are you based in LA? Where are you based para ma-shout out natin sa ating mga viewers? Yeah, one of the other places that I've seen and visited was the Cagsawa. Hindi Cagsawa, it's Cagsawa. Okay? So, yung foreigners like me or visitors, yung first time, akala ko it's a place na maraming sawa or snakes. No, it's the ruin. It's a Cagsawa is in the city of Daraga. Okay? Kasi this was during na ang nangyari kasi the Cagsawa ruins are the remains to ng 16th century church in the Philippines that was destroyed during the 1814 nung sumabog ang Mayon Volcano. Okay, now they made it into a park. Ayan, super ganda. So if you come in there, ayan, may ticket po. And if you're a senior, it's discounted. So now, the parking is ample, so walang problema. Sabi ni Dina, nasa Bay Area siya. Sige. Dina, sige, let me know. Cesar Ong, my cousin-in-law, happy viewing sa'yo. Si June Ong, very, very happy. Ay, teka, nawala. Tapos, sabi niya, hello kuya. Cagsawa Church nang lumubog doon during eruption. Yes, yan po yung natira. Ang natira dun sa Cagsawa ruins, yun na lang talagang yung bell at saka yung a little facade ng church. Okay? So the eruption killed over 1,000 people, to be exact. 1,000, estimated nila is 1,200 na nalibing. Kasi nung sumabog daw nung February 1, 1814, yung Mayon Volcano, it is one of the most destructive eruption during that time. Yung town of Cagsawa was buried. Tapos yung mga tao, imagine yun, yung mga tao, nagtakbuhan sila kasi 'di ba pag may mga during the olden days when there's even now when there's flood or anything that happened, where do people would normally run to? They run to the church. So sila nagtakbuhan sila sa Cagsawa Church, which is a Catholic church. And lo and behold, doon po sila nalubog. So there's the people who took shelter at the Cagsawa Catholic Church. They were buried by the eruption of the church. The church itself was built in 1724 by Francisco Blanco. Yung church, yung Cagsawa Catholic Church. Now, yung like what I said, February 1st, 1814, naman yung Mayon Volcano erupted, destroying the whole town of Cagsawa and the church. Yan po. And this is really a sight to see. Kasi it's kind of eerie if you ask me. Kasi we got there almost close to mga 5-ish na. So medyo eerie siya kasi parang it's historical, but it kind of give you and I would suggest that offer a prayer or two para dun sa mga nalibing. But it is one of those talaga na it's a sight to see, especially if you go into one spot there where you could have the Cagsawa ruin on the right, and then you see, and I think you saw that earlier, makakapture nyo yung Mayon Volcano as a backdrop of it. Ang natira na lang, like what I said, is the bell tower which you're seeing right now and parts of the facade of the church. Tapos the wooden cross marks the site of the church altar. Yan. Very, very popular po yan, yung ano niyan, yung ano. So, people are saying 2,000 daw. Some people, some records naman says 1,200. So, give or take, ganun po yung mga tao na nagtakbuhan doon. So, this is the Cagsawa during the evening. It's very, very modest po yung entrance fee. It's for the upkeep of the park. Now, if you ask me if there's toilet or restroom there, yes, there are restrooms, and it's free. And you could avail of that. Ayan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. See, you see Mayon and you could see the ruins in one spot, and this is just perfect. In the olden days, when I first went there, like I would say 7, 8 years ago, nakakaakyat ka po dyan eh. There's a way to go inside because I have pictures during my younger years that I was able to go inside. But I think this time around, parang inano nila to preserve the structure. Hindi may gate na po, hindi na siya pwedeng amakyatin. Before, naakyat ko pa yan. I have pictures in one of those holes that I was able to go into. Hopefully, one of my once I would find it and I would definitely show it to you para makita nyo talaga that I was there before. Teka, ano pa ba? Let's see. Yeah, so ayan, so this will be a good place for you guys to visit every time you go to the Bicol region. Now, ang yung next show natin gagawin, I will show you all the 17th and 18th century, 16th and 17th century na churches, Catholic churches na still functional, na that you could see in the region of Albay. So it was really a wonderful trip, a short trip for me to go to the Bicol. And of course, I always suggest that if ever you have a chance, definitely you go visit Cagsawa ruins, as well as hopefully you will be blessed enough to be able to see Mayon Volcano's perfect cone. So with that, I'll make this show today a little short dahil I'm still nursing a cold, as you could tell, because masyadong malamig doon sa aking pinagpuntahan o pinanggalingan. So So, and of course, I'm kind of woozy, but definitely tomorrow, I'm gonna be live again with dear Kuya Josh. Again, maraming salamat po. Even though I was gone for, I think, I would say considerable 3 weeks, and we did a couple of replays on both shows, but the numbers pa rin po, marami pa rin po kayong nanood at sumuporta, and I try to log in as much as I could, but depending on the time, because I was in Northern Europe, which is not a secret to most of you, and the time difference is so different. And of course, we were on the DIY or do-it-yourself tour, land tour. So, but definitely, I have so many tips and cuentos for you. When we have that, I have so much materials, so much things to talk about, especially tips on how you could travel to Europe on a budget. But budget but first class accommodation, so hindi naman mapapahiya, at of course that is through courtesy of a very good friend of ours based in the Bay Area, and that's Roxanne Lonto Guzman, and G1 G2 Travel. They're amazing people, and it's not like a formalized professional travel agency. It's just done out of love, and kudos to her for putting 29 people together in this trip, and it's very cost efficient and economical, and it would not have happened without the help of the Lontok Guzman, especially Roxanne, and of course shout out na rin sa kanyang kapatid na si Mary Joy. Yeah, yeah. So those are the people. And of course, their wonderful husbands, si June at saka si Mick. So maraming salamat for that. But I'll give you more details about that. I know people will saying, bah, short yata yung show ni Kuya Josh today. I need rest. But definitely, I will come back. Hopefully, we could get Ayana Poblete on the show, so she could talk about the beautiful play doing in London. And they're having a tour of London, and it's the flood, Baha, the flood, in English, the flood, or in Tagalog po, Baha. At makaka-relate tayo dyan. Now, maraming salamat po for all the things that you do for the show, for our shows. And maraming salamat po. And as always, I'm so glad that I am back. I'm so glad that I could share with you all the tips that I did, especially in these succeeding shows. Looking forward po talaga sa mga mapag-uusapan at matututunan nyo, mga bagay-bagay na natutunan ko rin. So just watch out po. There'll be topics on London, Paris, it's gonna be Amsterdam, the red light district. Ako, mga kwento at mga haka-haka. And of course, Zurich and Lucerne in Switzerland. We'll cover that. At for now po, we'll let you be for now. Sign up muna po temporarily si Kuya Josh, and preparing for next show po tomorrow. And my show tomorrow is Dear Kuya Josh. It's at 10 p.m. in the Pacific, and it's gonna be 2 p.m. in the Philippines. And in different parts of the world, it depends on your time zone and your location. But looking forward po, we have brand new letters at napuno po ang aking inbox ng mga letters. So iisa-isahin ko po yun, at maraming salamat po for your continued support sa ating shows. Hindi ko tang po ito show po natin ito. And thank you for those people who are sharing the shows as well as our team replay. Maraming salamat po. And as always, before I close the show, I always remind people to be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. And any act of kindness that you do to people, it will come back to you in so many ways, in different times, in different situations, in different locations. And of course, yung i-add ko po for 2025, choose to be happy. Yun po. Maraming salamat po. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow sa Dear Kuya Josh. For now, God bless us all. Hopefully, I see you again tomorrow. And you have a wonderful weekend, whatever is left of it. You guys take care, and God bless us all. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.